Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching the Arkansas Gun Guy. Today a side-by-side comparison of FN's 509 and 509 LS Edge. LS meaning long slide, longer slide maybe. Edge, I'm not sure what it means, but basically this is a tactical type gun that could also be used for competition because of the longer slide, longer sight radius. Even has a mag well down here to help with reloads. So kind of an evolution of a basic 509 with different triggers and some different ergonomics. The big question is this gun worth more than twice what this gun is worth? I am relatively new to FN, and so I spend a little time with both guns and have an opinion, but would love to hear from you guys as well. MSRP on the 509 without the threaded barrel and without the optic is about $750. MSRP on the LS Edge is about $1,600, so over twice the price of the standard FN 509. So is this gun twice as good as this gun? Again, we'd love to hear from you. When I compare these side by side, I'll try not to reference the threaded barrel or the optic too much because I want to try to keep it as stock FN 509 versus the Edge. But in general, twice the price, is it as good? They're both 9mm striker fired guns, hold 17 rounds each. A couple differences you'll notice right away is they have different barrels, shorter barrel with front and rear cocking serrations, where this guy has rear cocking serrations and these lightning cuts in the front that don't really do anything other than, they'll help with press checks and also cut weight. Both guns weigh about the same, which is very cool for a longer slide. So they both have pick rails. They both have similar trigger guards, but different triggers. We'll look at the triggers close in a second. You have a curved trigger here with one type of dingus and a flat face trigger here with a different type of dingus. Again, look at those side by side in a second. I do like the finish on the Edge, a very cool, different color, not necessarily black, but almost a two-tone look. So it looks fantastic, but again, is it worth twice the price? That's always the $1,000,000 question. Another big difference I noticed was the grip or the texturing. The FN Edge has two types of textures. It has the standard texturing on the front and rear strap here, and then this texturing on the side, and it does feel great. It's just about right. Not too aggressive, but aggressive enough that it holds your hand. So great grip texturing here. The standard 509X has three types of grip texturing. You have the standard thing here on the front and rear strap, a different texturing on the side, and then on the finger groove here, a third type of grip texture. So, and I think when you see these in the FDE, I think there's 50 shades of FDE on FN firearms, so you'll have different color FDE here, here, and here sometimes. But that's one difference is the way that the grips are textured up. So this guy's a longer slide, but it weighs the same. Longer sight radius, which is better. They both are optics cut, by the way. This has a Trijicon on there, and this guy doesn't have anything, but you can see when you do put an optic on here that you lose this rear plate, which I think is a very cool signature look for FN. These kind of ears that protect the rear sights. When you take those off, it looks very much like this. So, but you can co-witness with those. So that's one difference. The other big difference is just the trigger in these guys. The standard FN has a curved trigger, and it has a dingus with safety notch here. So if you pull without pressing that notch, this piece engages and you can't pull the trigger. Once you activate the dingus, that piece goes away. The trigger is ready to pull, so take that, pull back, and it has a really good reset. Boom, and you're at the wall, and it has a very crisp, clear break. Everything I've read to this guy is about a pound heavier than this guy on trigger pull. This trigger pull, though, is one of my favorite striker fire trigger pulls out of the box. Very clean, easy to shoot. Now, on the Edge, it's a flat face trigger with a dingus in the middle. So here, again, activate the dingus, and then it goes to 90 degrees, and a little bit of take up, brakes. Recycle, and you're back at the wall, a little bit of take up again, and that. So for me, I actually think I like the trigger on the standard 509 better. And I like the price of the 509 better. And I know I said I wouldn't compare it with the optic, but I shot this guy with the optic just as good, if not slightly better than the longer sight radius here. But again, the red dot is kind of a cheat code to make that happen. So in my personal opinion, I think the 509 is a fantastic firearm. I don't know that I see the Edge being worth twice as much as a standard 509. Fantastic gun, love to shoot it, but man, I just don't know that I see the price there. Would love to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the 509 or the 509 Ledge? Both Edge, sorry. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks again.